As we celebrate the 250th birthday of our nation's founding, we are taking a look back at freedom's frontier. Just about the time the 13 states were busy ratifying the U.S. Constitution, a frontiersman by the name of Ebenezer Allen was making his way up the Genesee River from Mount Morris. He's been described as a scoundrel, a turncoat, polygamist, and pioneer. He was also the first settler of the 100-acre tract that would ultimately become known as Rochester. This story begins in 1788 when two land speculators, Oliver Phelps and Nathaniel Gorham, purchased 2.6 million acres of land east of the Genesee River from the Seneca Nation. An additional 100 acres west of the river was granted on the condition that a grist mill be built for use by the Senecas. Phelps gave the land to pioneer Ebenezer Allen to build the mill. Who was Ebenezer Allen?
Ebenezer Allen is most well known in Rochester for being the first, I guess we would call him the first settler, but he didn't stay very long.
City and county historian Christine Radarski says while Allen's history in Rochester is short, it was also quite consequential. Known as Indian Allen because of his relationship with the Native Americans, he built a sawmill and a grist mill along the river in the area where Aqueduct Park now stands downtown. A plaque to mark the location bears his name. And the original millstones hang on the second floor of the county office building. But in writings about his earlier years, Allen is depicted as sort of a frontier anti-hero, a man of extremes. Before settling here, he took up arms with the British in the American Revolution before switching allegiances. Writings depict him as an opportunist, merciless warrior with multiple wives and questionable morals. Do you think that's why we don't hear a lot about him when we talk about the history of Rochester, because of his sort of questionable past?
So there are, recollections of that history here, but he wasn't here for very long. He sold the land after just a few years, and the mills failed very quickly. There just wasn't enough people, there weren't enough people growing and making use of the mills.
At the public library, you can still view the original deed, dated 1792, in which Allen sold the 100 acres to Benjamin Barton. Years later, the land along the banks of the Genesee would be sold again, this time to Colonel Nathaniel Rochester. It was here where a city was born and where many of the earliest buildings still stand.
You can still walk on our landscape and see remnants of those very earliest days.
And it all started on that 100 acres.
It all started on that 100 acres with Ebenezer Allen.
Allen moved back to Mount Morris after selling the 100 acres, then ventured into Ontario, Canada, where he planned to build a settlement there. But those plans didn't pan out, and he eventually died in poverty in 1816.